On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're going to talk about all the times we thought the world was going to end. Let's go.
Welcome to BJ in the Morning.
I'm Juan.
I'm Brendan.
And this is episode 30.
Episode 30.
Breaking barriers.
Dude, we did it.
Breaking the sound barriers of sound waves. And
I like that we went back to the classic little intro that we used to do back in the day.
had to.
And we also have Echo in the room making her little bell sound like we used to in the old episodes.
Just like back in the day. Being the D.
Being the D. But we're talking about stuff that we kind of used to talk about on the first version of BJ in the Morning too, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get into it, but how you been, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, how you liking this? We talked last week about how hot it is and summer movies and everything. You've been watching any summer movies?
Yeah, I watched The Sandlot.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
And I watched Dazed and Confused. I had to.
You have to. It's that time of year.
And yeah, those are the only two I've watched recently. But
we had a huge list. If you guys wanted the list, maybe we'll post it on Instagram sometime next summer.
Or you can go back and listen to the last episode.
Either one. But Juan, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about apocalyptic theories.
Apocalyptic theories.
Eucalyptus
ads.
Apocalyptic my sack.
I was not expecting that at all.
We're talking about all the times we thought the world was going to end, and it never did.
Because we're still here and we're still making this fucking podcast.
Exactly.
Which is good. I said that really negatively, but I didn't mean it. You know?
Right.
We're able to do this because the world has not ended.
Yeah. So did you know there's a religion?
Oh, we're jumping right into it.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
I don't know. I thought you were going to ask me how I've been or something, but you just failed to do that.
No.
All right, cool. Let's jump into it.
How you been?
Did
you watch any of the movies?
All of them. The whole list.
I just watched 20 movies.
I watched 20 movies
a week.
No, I still am on the fence about the tropical movies. They're tropical movies like tropical Skittles. You know, they're not Skittles. They're tropical.
I love them though. They're so good.
But I did in fact buy Dazed and Confused, like I said I was gonna.
Nice.
So
hell yeah, you didn't watch it yet though.
No, I haven't had time.
You gotta.
I haven't had time. I took an entire week off work, dude. I didn't have any time. No time because I took time off of work.
Did you get a chance to watch Top Gun Maverick?
No.
Gotta watch it.
Should I put it on the list?
Put it on the list. Gotta watch it.
Did you find the Arizona iced teas?
No, dude.
All right, that's the only time we're bringing it up. But also, thank you for asking if I've been okay. I am okay. I took a week off work. Super pumped about it. And now here we are, second week of July.
Back at it again with the white Vans.
I'm wearing black Nikes.
I'm wearing nothing.
You don't have shoes on.
I'm wearing feet.
What's that? Wiki feet. Get him.
I think I'd get a pretty good score, dude.
Dude, we should just start your only feet.
Think so?
Your only feet?
Only feet. I'm not going to show my feet on the podcast.
Please don't. I'm looking at them now and I want to turn the podcast off.
Look what I can do.
That's terrifying.
On both feet.
How do you... Your toes aren't supposed to work like that. Let's talk about these eucalyptus theories.
Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus essential oils.
Eucalyptus might be my favorite essential oil, though.
Sure.
Have you ever run any essential oils?
Back in the day, being the D.
Another B in the D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being the D.
It's really great in the winter time.
I got a diffuser right there.
Right there in the box.
So we can set it up right here.
Oh, we should have put that out for the last podcast.
Oh, summertime.
It's a cactus, by the way.
It's a cactus diffuser. I thought it'd be cool to have a little diffuser going, you know? Like...
Yeah, we've definitely used it in 30 episodes. Dude, no, but like, really, before we jump into it, 30 episodes.
That's crazy.
That means 30 weeks in a row we've been doing the podcast. We haven't missed a single week.
Mm-hmm.
We have put out videos for almost half.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty big deal because we just kind of started and told ourselves, like, let's get situated before we start doing videos.
Right.
The studios are coming together.
Yeah.
Plural
studios.
Is that like SpaghettiOs?
Why did you think exactly what I was thinking in my head?
Because SpaghettiOs kind of slap. Also, unpopular opinion.
Why don't you Chef Boyardee's nuts, dude?
Unpopular opinion, though. I like SpaghettiOs straight out of the can. I don't heat them up.
It's not. I've done it.
It's not like that's the preferred way for me to eat SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we're losing our shit on this episode already, and we're only 6 minutes in.
Well, I made two nutsack
jokes already.
So.
No, but that, like I said, 30 weeks in a row, dude. We started this back in December.
It's a big deal.
Look at us go.
Look at us.
I'm proud of us.
Look at us.
Are you guys proud of us?
Eating chicken wings.
That's another callback to another episode. But we've talked about a lot of shit on this podcast.
We have.
We've talked about movies a lot.
Movies.
Lots of movies.
But we love movies.
We do. And we don't talk about them as much as I thought we were gonna, which isn't a bad thing. But maybe we'll talk more movies in the future.
Yeah.
We got Christmas coming up in like
6 months.
What else have we talked about in the last 6 months? 7 months?
We talked about urban legends.
There's been urban legends.
We've talked about
AI. That one was fun.
We've done 2 back-to-back eating challenges.
The worst. I'm not going to say we're never going to do that. We're not doing it for a while.
Yeah. We've talked about New Year's resolutions.
Gosh, yeah. It was before New Year's that we started this. It was like the week after Christmas or the week of Christmas, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We caught up on the last 4 years. We went to the movies. We ate food. We talked about our favorite food places. We've talked about a lot.
Yeah, we have.
We're running out of ideas. So this is the last episode.
We talked about fast food restaurants or restaurants in general.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. This is the last episode.
This is the last one. We're out of
ideas.
ideas.
No more ideas.
No, dude, seriously. We got a lot coming up. And I know we say this a lot. We've said it a handful of times on the podcast, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming.
Yeah.
And I think today was the day to just say it again on episode 30 that there's more times for you to enjoy a good BJ in the morning.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I don't think we've said that phrase since the trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's going to be a lot more coming very soon.
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out.
Specifically.
We're too synced up right now. Maybe we should do 2 more episodes every single week.
Yeah.
Anyways, before the facade falls apart, Juan, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for making these 30 episodes awesome. No more episodes after this though. It's the last one.
Okay.
That's just a throwback joke. It's a joke. It's not the last episode. Juan, just like this is a theory of the end of the podcast. Can we get into these theories of the end of the world?
Sure.
Now that we skated around it so long.
Can I do it now?
You don't need my permission.
Can I do the thing now?
I just wanted you to like show some friendly like interest in my life or whatever.
No, I don't really give a shit.
Fucker.
Just kidding.
You know what?
Just kidding. All right. So, Brendan.
Juan.
Did you know that there's a religion?
No.
Called.
Oh, there's more.
Apocalypticism.
Apocalypticism?
Apocalypticism.
How many times are we going to say it before it sounds right? Because it hasn't yet.
Apocalypticism.
That sounds good. Let's go with that. Say it again.
Apocalypticism.
There you go.
Is the religious belief that the end of the world is imminent.
Imminent.
Even within one's own lifetime. This belief usually
Go back. Try it again. Breathe. Do it.
This belief usually accompanied by the idea that the civilization will soon come to a...
Do you need to make your font bigger? To what?
Tumultuous. That word I legitimately have never seen before in my life.
Let's go with that.
Tumultuous and due to some sort of catastrophic global event.
This is a thing? Like people... Apocalypticism?
Yeah.
Do you think they have like their version of a Bible?
Maybe.
Like, is it like more like a manual? Like, this is what could happen in, at the end of the world. I'm picturing those old like radio ads, or like for those of you out there who've played the game Fallout, where it's like, are you worried about nuclear war? Like, buy into Vault-Tec now.
Which game is this?
Fallout.
This one?
Yeah, that's Fallout Boy, dude.
Going downtown. Going down.
Also, tangent real fast since we brought up Fallout Boy.
Right.
Did you hear their cover of We Didn't Start the Fire that goes over the news since like 1986 to today?
Yeah, I did.
That fits in with this topic.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We should have broke that down on one of the episodes.
Dang it. Why didn't we think about that?
Because we didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning.
I'm not reading anything about like a Bible or anything like that.
Yeah, so it's a handbook, right? Like a manual to set up your vault.
Sure, I guess it's like more of like a belief
it's
that
like a hive mind situation.
Inevitable thing due to the things that have been happening, climate change.
So is this based, in your research on this, is this based on religion or is it based on science?
No, the religion was just a fun fact that I didn't know about before. I thought it was just like everybody being like, oh yeah, the world's gonna end.
Yeah, the crickets are here and the rivers have turned to mud.
The crickets are louder than my mother.
So the reason I ask is like there's like the revelations in the Bible that talk about the end of the world and everything like that, right? But then there's science.
So this has nothing to do with that. This is more about like what has been the big next apocalypse,
like catastrophic event, world-ending event
due to
us
humans.
So like climate change.
Right, but we're going way back like the 1100.
Okay, so like the plague
century.
would have been considered part
Black
of this, probably.
Plague, so viruses,
the panini. But like nuclear
polio,
war and stuff too. Probably.
War, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, if there's a lot of these people who believe different reasons the world is going to end for scientific or humanity purposes, what more could there be? Or are there ones that we're not thinking of? Like the Mayans believe 2012 was we believe that since the Mayan calendar ended 2012, the world was going to end.
Right.
Obviously it didn't.
And we still have calendars.
And we have movies now about 2012. Was John Cusack in that movie? Was it John Cusack?
Remember.
I really think it was John Cusack in 2012.
I'm picturing either John. I can picture
when he's
two
driving
people.
the limo. And
John Cusack or Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal's The Day After Tomorrow.
Okay.
Right? I'm pretty sure that's right. That's the one New York freezes. And then 2012 is the one where John Cusack drives the limo through the crust of the earth falling apart.
Right.
And then both movies, everyone comes to Arizona.
Oh, sweet.
Not really, but like this area. Like Arizona's always safe in these kind of movies. We have talked about this
because it's so hot
in the past.
It's perfect.
Yeah, no, the temperature, it's going to get a nice cool 76 if the world freezes over.
Yeah, and there'll be no tornadoes, no hurricanes, no earthquakes.
Just maybe a flood or two, but we know how to swim.
A dust storm or 3.
But let's start going over these theories that you got, man.
All right. So
I could talk stupid 2012 movies all day.
Right. So we're going all the way back.
All the way back to be in the D.
Be in the D, back in the day.
1100.
This one is called, the first one is called The Crusaders' Apocalypse of 1284.
1284.
So that means they believed in this, assuming pre-1284. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's going to tell us. It's going to tell us exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to learn
alive
together.
Back then.
They were alive. The people who came up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to learn together about this, and then we're going to commentate on it. That's how it's going to work, right?
How would you talk in 1284?
How would you talk?
Yeah. How would one talk in
not
1284?
In English. I don't think English was around.
In effort to convince Europe to launch.
Wait. Should we do like the History Channel thing where like zoom in on your face and there's like pictures that are, and then for the music it's like really epic music in the background.
Right.
Or do you do the black and white thing where it's like you're writing a letter? Like, my dearest departed, or my dearest wife, I'm writing to you from the front lines. Anyways, I know. All right, let's get back to it. Do the voice too.
All right. In an effort to convince Europe to launch a 5th crusade to take Jerusalem from
Are you Australian? Like, what is this?
From the Ayyubid Empire.
The Pope, what?
Ayyubid? Ayyubid?
Sure.
I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Pope Innocent II would often wield apocalyptic theology. He claimed that an increase in Islam would herald in the reign of the anarchists. Defeating this anarchist would open the door to the second coming.
So religious bitch.
I'm assuming this is religious.
So you religious.
Oh, she
bitch.
a religious bitch. All right.
Wait, but first you said Pope Innocent. That's his name.
That's what it says.
That name alone is like, it's like you're hiding some shit.
It's probably made up.
He's hiding something. He ain't innocent.
His name is like Gerald.
No, but I'm saying he ain't innocent. You know, he put it in his name though.
Right.
You know,
I get it.
So we think. Like, his name's Pope Innocent, dude. Like, there's no problems there. He's got like 75 bodies in his closet.
In 1213, Innocent III.
And he's the third.
Nope. Pope Innocent was the second. We're now talking
There's another
about the
one.
third.
It's a cult.
In 1213, Innocent III predicted that the second coming would take place in 1284. This year passed without apocalyptic incident. Really?
We did it. We made it.
And while the city of Acre, the last Crusader kingdom, fell in 1291, the rest of the world went on.
So it was more like, hey, that city, you're done.
Yeah.
That one. What was it called? Acre?
Yeah, city of Acre.
Yeah, no, that one city, you should have listened. The rest of us, chilling.
Yeah, we're chilling. How about let's not fight?
How about don't do crusades?
Yeah. So maybe they thought like the crusade was going to cause the end of the world. Like they were the only people in the whole fucking world. You know?
It sounds like whatever they were doing was so horrible that it was going to bring on the second coming. Mm-hmm. And then that, like I said, in the Bible, the second coming happens because of the apocalypse,
right?
And then everyone comes and gets saved,
right?
The good people, not the Pope Innocent, the third or the second,
right?
But we made it through that year just fine.
Yeah,
there's no recorded history of the second coming for what year? 1284?
1284.
We got it. We made it. They might have just had some really bad crop harvests that year.
So the next one.
The
Great Flood of 1524.
1524, the flood.
The Great Flood.
The Great Flood. Sorry, I was thinking of a different one.
I should probably bring it.
Bring it right up to your face so you can read it with your laser eyes.
In 1499, highly respected German mathematician and astrologer Johannes Stoffler.
Jonas?
Jonas.
Is it Jonas?
Johannes.
Johann.
What? How do you know that?
This Johann.
I'm not German.
Where is this taking place?
Well, he's German.
Okay, it's Johann.
But I'm saying you're not German. I don't know how to pronounce German names.
It's Johann. Say it right.
German mathematician and astrologer Johann Stoffler.
What?
Stoffler.
Stoffler?
Stoffler.
Stoffers?
Stoffler.
Continue.
Johann Stoffler.
I'm done.
Predicted that the...
When did we lose all of our German listeners? Right then.
Predicted that the end of the world would come on February 25th, 1524.
That's not even a real date.
Why?
Yes, why?
On that day, all of the known planets would align under Pisces.
Yeah, we don't trust the Pisces.
Which is a water sign. Thus, a great flood was assumed to be on the way, destined to swallow my balls.
What the fuck?
Destined to swallow the whole world.
Were you like making sure everyone's listening? Everyone tuned out right then because Johann Stoffler predicted a flood because of the Pisces.
Johannes. Hello, my name is Johannes.
Jonas Joplin.
Jonas.
So big flood because the planets were aligning in Pisces.
Are you Pisces? You're
no.
Pisces. You're Aries. No,
I'm an Aries.
Bitch.
Wow. That's so rude of you. You're obviously an asshole.
Just kidding. You're an Aries.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What are you, a Leo?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured.
No.
All that heat. Stop. What's next on the list? Because the flood, obviously, unless the oceans didn't exist before then,
right?
We're chilling, dude.
We're good.
I don't remember a flood, but also I wasn't alive back in the 1500s.
So we had a great flood in 1524.
Yeah, it was brutal, man. But everyone learned how to surf.
In 1666, we had sense.
The devil. Fire. Raining fire.
Great Fire of London.
In 1666.
Yeah.
666, the number of the beast.
Will you
Saturn.
Will you let me fuck up this paragraph?
Yeah, definitely. I got you.
Anyone with a casual knowledge of religion or the occult knows that the Bible considers 666 to be the number of the beast.
The number of the beast.
It's a fair enough assumption to take the appearance of this number as one of the signs of the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
As the Christian religion had a stranglehold in the earlier days of Europe.
Mm-hmm. And then London caught on fire.
It should come as no surprise that many 17th century Christians of the religion believed the year 1666 would be their last. On September 2nd, the great...
That's 92666. It doesn't work.
The Great London Fire consumed a large portion of the city, including 87 parish churches and roughly 13,000 homes, As the flames raged on through September 5th, it seemed like the prophecy had been fulfilled.
Just for London, though.
However, despite the toll on the city's buildings, only 10 people were reported dead from the disaster.
It's a nice even number.
Ultimately, it was more of an economic crisis than an apocalyptic event.
Yeah, because the demons just want your money, man.
Where'd the fire come from?
Someone was hanging out with their friends and was like, yo, check this out, and then lit a fart on fire.
Nice.
That's how it started, man. You didn't know? It says it. It's the next paragraph. Johan, come check this out.
Johannes.
There's no lighters back then. It was a match, but
or a stick.
Not a match. It was like they went like this. Just rubbing two sticks together. Yeah, and then he was just like, check this out.
Johannes, come here.
And then the fire engulfed the city. And but like you said, only 10 people. That's not an apocalyptic event. Because apocalyptic event means world ending.
Johannes, would you like to smell my fart?
I guess everyone in London at the time, now their world ended.
Right.
But London's still around, dude.
Yep.
So I think they're thriving, man.
Yeah.
That was more like the phoenix coming alive, you know?
I didn't realize how many of these were religious, but I feel like back in the day, everything was based on religion.
Yeah, you only had religion or non-religion.
Okay, then
just like today.
Right. The next one is the second coming of Christ.
The second coming.
1843.
1843.
Or maybe 44.
Yeah, we don't really know. It was like right in the middle.
Excuse me?
Let's go for it.
In 1831, the religious leader of William Miller. Huh?
This is the voice you're going with?
In 1831, the religious leader of William Miller began preaching that the world as we know it would end in 1843. With the return of Jesus Christ, around 10,000 followers clung to this belief, confident in the fact that when the day come, they would be carried off to heaven. Unfortunately for them, 1843 saw no rapture.
There was only 10,000 of them? That's not a lot of people. I feel like he didn't try hard enough.
And I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline.
Why are you here?
I'm sorry. Did you watch that TikTok I sent you?
Which one?
I'm Chris Hansen. I would really like a slice of that pizza.
Are all these theories you got? Are they?
We're going up in time.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, how far in time? Is it up to recent days?
Yeah. So the last one we got on this list is in the future.
In the future.
Yeah. So we got 2012.
Is there one for 6606?
No.
Okay, because I wanted to bring that up when we were talking about the Great Fire of London. Because that's a apocalyptic theory that we lived through.
Mm-hmm.
So 6606, June 6th, 2006. Everyone thought the world was going to end. Everyone was freaking out. Religious peeps are like, that's the mark of the beast. And then everyone else is like, let's play Iron Maiden. And I remember that day in 6606.
Right.
For two reasons. One, the first time I saw a haboob was that day. There was a huge dust storm that came through, like, across the freeway from my house.
Right.
And I was scared.
You thought it was going to happen.
I was like, that thing's terrifying. But
it's happening.
I hadn't seen a wall of dust like that before.
Yeah.
Second, I was scared because I was going to my first ever concert that night.
Was it Rage Against the Machine?
No, it was Panic at the Disco. On 6606. I'll never forget it because the date and the storm and power was going out and everything like that.
Yeah.
But like, I want more theories like that shit, you know?
Right. It's coming.
It's coming. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off.
We went way back.
We're way back.
Way back.
Way back.
The crash of Halley's Comet in 1910.
Okay, I remember this.
Every 76 years, roughly, Every 76 years, roughly, Halley's Comet passes the Earth. Didn't it just pass by like a couple months ago?
I think so.
It's always
This was in 1910.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been the 80s, right? That it came back.
Uh-huh.
It has not been roughly 76 years.
Well,
since
apparently
the 80s.
there was a comet that passed by like, in February or something.
I didn't see it.
Every 76 years, roughly Halley's Comet passes by the Earth. It is always an exciting time for viewers on the ground, but in 1910, things got a little too exciting.
A little dicey, a little hairy out here.
Comets are commonly seen as omens of doom.
Omens of doom.
As the theories for this orbit is...
You keep laughing before you say the funny thing.
And the theories for this orbit were no different. It's just something that I think and I don't want to say because I don't want to interrupt, but I'm interrupting because I'm laughing.
Yeah, you laugh and then everything halts and I'm like, why are you laughing?
Some English and Irish writers saw it as a sign that Germany was going to invade. People in Paris attributed the devastation of their city from the French word. What is that? What is that?
No clue.
From
signs?
the flooding.
The river signs?
Signs?
Scenes?
Cyanus?
Cyanize. Now we're speaking parcel tongue.
Cyanus? Flooding.
There goes our French listeners.
To the dastardly comet. But no theory incited more panic than the announcement from the Yerkes Observatory in Chicago.
Chi-Town. Windy City.
The tale of Halley's Comet contained a poisonous gas called...
Is it a big sciencey word? Is it... Sound it out. Sound it out. Do you need help? He's still struggling, guys. Do you need help?
Cyanogen.
Yeah, can I see?
Cyanogen.
See, it reminds me of the color cyan.
Cyanogen.
I don't know. It wasn't as big of a word as I thought it was going to be.
It's not that big, but the C and the Y confused me.
Yeah. It's okay. We love you still.
As the belief spread that the gas would extinguish
like Johan's fart, dude.
all life.
Oh, sorry.
As belief spread, the gas would extinguish. Fuck me.
Language.
As belief spread, the gas would extinguish all life on the planet. People began to take drastic measures around the world. Gas masks were flying off the shelves, and scammers started hawking anti-comic pills.
Oh.
Anti-comic pills.
Okay, so can you imagine this? This is the early 1900s and before. You could put anything in a bottle and be like, snake oil repels snakes. Comet oil repels comets, and make a living.
Right.
And we think that's funny. But now there's these people on the phones that are just like, hey, Brandon, do you have car insurance? And I'm like, maybe. Like, is it that vastly different? But also, like, can you imagine being this dude who's like, oh, if I just put these things together in a little pill, this aspirin, and I just spray paint it blue?
It's like heroin.
It's going to repel the comet, dude.
People prepared safe rooms and
now?
sealed off the weaknesses in ventilation. One group in Oklahomies even tried to sacrifice a virgin to appease the looming force of doom.
And you've been there. Oklahoma.
Sounds about right.
They're not the Oklahomies now.
Other people, however, didn't buy into the end of the world conspiracy, choosing instead to host rooftop parties in celebration of the comet.
Sounds like my type of thing.
They probably had the right idea, as Halley's Comet passed right by the Earth without incident.
Yeah, but it was probably because they sacrificed the virgin.
Cyanogen.
And the comet was just like, that's too dark for me. That's too dark for me. But that party over there looks pretty solid.
Cyanogen.
So you said this was in 1910 and they were worried about Germany invading, and that's kind of what started everything. And then Chicago got in the mix.
Yeah.
Didn't World War I start in 1912? Cyanogen. We did it. We nailed it. I like that you Googled that.
I just had to be sure, dude.
I love that there's a YouTube video for everything. How many people have ever looked up how to pronounce cyanogen?
Not much.
You did, though. You did.
I sure did.
Yeah, dude, I think the parties on the rooftops probably were lit.
In 1910?
Yeah. There were no safety precautions. No, that was like the 20s. That's the 90s.
You would never had a friend like me.
Is that the comet singing as it's coming by?
Doing the fucking the can.
That's why it didn't hit Earth. It was just like, no, we're chill, dude. The Oklahomies got your back.
Oklahomies. Thanks for the virgin. I'll be going now.
I'll see you in 76 years, roughly.
All right, let's move on.
I might make a pit stop.
Let's move on.
Okay.
The 1982 Los Angeles earthquakes.
We're getting into when we were alive.
Well, pretty close.
10 years.
In 1974, two Cambridge-educated astrophysicists, Johannes.
Another Johannes?
No, it's John.
That would have been wild, though, if there's been multiple Johans involved in apocalyptic theories. Johannesburg.
John Gribben and Stefan Plageman. Stefan. It's spelled Stefan. It's Stefan. You know what, people? So I have a friend at work. His name is Steven.
Mm-hmm.
Steve.
With a V or a PH?
With a PH.
Oh,
and
no.
when I read his name, I say Stefan. Oh, what's up, Stefan?
How you doing, Stefan?
What's up, my dude? Stefan, dude.
It just reminds me of like the pictures from Instagram back in the day where people would go to Starbucks and they spell their names really wrong. It's like it's Steven with a PH, and then someone wrote PH even.
PH Steven.
Or Steven PH at the end.
Steven with a PH. Anyway. Okay. John Gribben and Stefan Plageman published a book called The Jupiter Effect.
Oh, I've seen that movie.
This best-selling book portended that due to an alignment of the major planets on the same side of the sun, a series of earthquakes would erupt from the San Andreas Fault to decimate Los Angeles in March of 1982.
So another planet aligning situation. Continue.
Well, plenty
was it under Pisces or
not
Cancer?
This time, dude. Just on the same side of
May
the sun.
Or March?
March.
What's the sign for March?
Gemini.
Are you sure about that?
Now I'm gonna look it up.
What's your name? Gemini.
What is the zodiac sign for March? Pisces, if born between March 1st and 20th.
So we'll go with Pisces.
And Aries from March 21st to April 19th.
Aries is a war sign, dude, you know?
Whoa.
Like Aries, like the god of war. Whoa. Continue with the...
You talked about war. You brought out that animal in me, dude.
War. Bum, bum. What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. While plenty of scientists criticize this theory, the support of other well-known doomslayers resulted in global anxiety.
I have that already.
As the date of doom approached, Los Angeles residents called into the city's Griffith Observatory.
I've been there.
In a tizzy.
Oh, a tizzy? That sounds terrible. How dare you call up an observatory in a tizzy?
People considered moving into...
When you do that voice like that, it's like a mixture of Goofy and Bob Abel.
I lost that. People considered moving to get out of the deadly zone. In the Philippines, a Christian group devised a padded maze and padded suits to ensure safety during such disaster.
So two groups of people in different countries.
I feel like
scared of this.
The Philippines heard it from us.
Probs. But they believed it.
Yeah.
Unless we heard it from them.
As far as we know, maybe everyone was scared.
Well,
but the Philippines are the only people who took action.
Yeah, it's like the Y2K thing where it's like word of mouth got around, everyone started complaining and whining and being afraid of it. And then nothing happened?
When the dreaded date passed without incident,
oh, no way.
Gribben and Plagueman, of course, published the Jupiter Effect Reconsidered.
So they took their statement back?
And I'm Chris Hansen, and I would really like a slice of that pizza.
So the date passed, and they're like, hold up. Let's add another chapter to this book that already sold out.
No, let's sell another book.
Oh, a whole nother book.
A whole book.
Was it a bestseller? Probably. But that's basically like telling someone that...
Oops. My bad.
It's basically telling someone a lie and then going back a step because they called you out. And you're like, well, actually, it's more like this. Actually, my girlfriend is in Canada. She's Canadian. You don't know her. She doesn't go to the school.
Sorry, no cap. My accusations were mid. They were low-key depression.
It's giving false vibes.
It's giving false vibes. Slay, sorry. Slay, my B.
Fucking.
My B, I was having a mentee B that day. Made the whole world go into fucking...
Mentee B, dude.
I was...
in 1982?
I was quiet quitting and really affected my job.
The earth was quiet quitting. and then everyone was like, let's make it loud. And then it's like, I'm going to hold up.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait it out. They're getting a little sus. I want to catch them off guard.
I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back.
Get out of my case. Off my back. Out of my business. And we're going to try again.
True Ways televised Apocalypse of 1998. True Ways televised Apocalypse in 1998.
Okay, we were alive for this one. Do you remember it?
Nope.
Me neither. We were little babies.
Amalgamating elements of Christianity, Buddhism, UFO conspiracy theories, and Taiwanese folk religion, religious leader Hong Ming Chen created a movement called Chen Tao, otherwise known as The true way.
This is the way.
This is the way. The cult eventually left Taiwan and relocated in Garland, Texas.
Texas.
Hi,
Texas listeners. Did you guys know about this? How'd you let them in?
Why'd you let them into Texas?
This sounds like a cult already.
Why are there so many cults in Texas?
The state's really big, so they think they can hide better, like longer. They're going to say hidden longer while they amass their culty growth.
Here, Chen preached that the month.
You keep going into voices randomly.
Well, because I kept saying, why you let him into Texas? I gotta get Maxie and move the fuck out of Texas.
Remember that one episode where we said we went off the rails?
Yeah.
This was a close second.
All right. Here, Chan preached that on March 25th, 1998, God would appear on American television.
Just American?
The way.
This is the way.
Channel 18, to be more precise.
Very specific, that God.
Chen stated that during this appearance, God would announce his plan to return to Earth at 12:01 a.m.
right after a rerun of The Simpsons
on March 31st in a physical form that mirrors Chen himself.
Oh, so bullshit.
That makes me so mad.
This guy.
By the way, on March 31st, 1998,
the day before my birthday,
your TV is going to make an announcement from God himself.
And wish me a happy birthday.
And he's going to say, by the way, he's going to let you know.
First, happy birthday, Brendan. Second, whatever you were going to say.
He's going to let you know that he's coming back.
He walks in, he's like, hey, it's a team effort. We got to get out there and give 110%.
Give 110%. There's no I in team.
We haven't really been playing together. So we're coming back stronger, better than ever. Got to just get out there and get 110%.
So what I'm confused is, like, why is God gonna come on the television, channel 18?
I thought of the grossest joke I gotta tell you after this because I don't want it recorded ever.
Okay.
I'm sorry, listeners. You're gonna just have to trust me that it's great.
So why would he come and give this message through the TV if Chen already was like, hey, he's going to come and say this?
He wanted to do the whole, like, don't shoot the messenger thing if God said some messed up stuff.
Don't feel the
But also, 100% this guy was running a cult and a scam. He just wanted money. He straight up is like, hey, God's coming. He's going to look just like me, and I'm not going to be in the room.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the next room watching, like, all of you guys alone. You won't be able to see me. It's like a Bruce Wayne Batman thing.
By the way, he's just going to enter my body.
He's just going to look exactly like me.
He's going to enter my body from behind.
You'll never see me and God in the same room.
When
ever.
The prophecy proved false, Chen offered to be stoned or crucified for the misunderstanding of God's plans. No one decided to pursue that option.
He just really didn't understand Drake's album.
True way. What?
Was it Drake? Who did that song?
What song?
You know the one? God's Plan?
Oh, God's Plan. Yeah.
He really didn't understand that song.
Right.
So he was like, stone me. Whatever.
Right.
Whatever, dude. Drake for life.
But the true way.
The way.
Did go on to prophesize that in the following year, a nuclear holocaust would wipe out the earth, and followers would find safety by buying their place aboard a spaceship.
Keyword, buying.
When that prophecy also fell through, the true way, mostly dissolved on its own.
Zoltan. Scam. This should have been on our episode of scams.
Why is there so many Colts in Texas?
You gotta move your box, dude.
Oh.
To sit like that. We're having an episode today.
Did I not lean back the whole episode last time?
No.
Oh, my back's hurting now.
So yeah, obviously we survived the nuclear return of God.
Right.
And we were both alive for this.
Right.
We were babies, little children's in like kindergarten.
In 98?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, around then, right? We're still here doing this episode for you, where everything's just kind of going a little fucking crazy. What's next on our list?
Y2K.
Hey, this one.
Hey.
I remember slight bits of this one. I think we've talked about it.
All right.
Y2K.
I don't know how to do this while I'm chilling.
All right. So, you got it.
Yep.
Also, I'm just now realizing we got 2 Pascals in frame right now. 2 little Pascals.
Pedro Pascals.
Y2K, let's get it.
At
year
the turn
2000.
of the events of the millennium.
From 99 to 2000.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I thought we did this podcast
was
together.
Advancing at a
Listen to
rapid
me.
rate. Listen to the people who know.
All right, continue. Shit.
The lovely people who wrote this article.
Is it a BuzzFeed article?
No, actually.
Oh, good. All right, Y2K from 99 to 2000. Let's go.
At the turn of the millennium, technology was advancing at a rapid rate. Many people believed an oversight in these developments would bring about the world's destruction. Over the years, computer programmers had used only the last 2 digits in the year's 4-number sequence throughout the 90s. Okay. This was fine. However, it was believed that on January 1st, 2000, machines across the world would be unable to make sense of the year 00, resulting in a complete technological meltdown.
They really had no faith in the machines.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Well, because binary, right, is zeros and ones.
Yeah.
So it'll be like 00, information overload.
Yeah, so would this have been a fault of the machines? They don't cough. They're machines. But this would have been the fault of the machines or the men who made the machines? Or women? People? The people
they're
who
trying
made
to blame the machines.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, the years are changing from 99 to 0.
The years are changing.
Forget about it. I'm walking here.
Hey, the years are changing.
I don't know why that accent came
Let's
out of either one of us.
Let's go get a slice from downtown. Just forget about it. It was a bad time for programmers as believers in the Y2K bug sneered at them with their arrogance.
Sneer.
A fair amount of Americans even suspected that Microsoft was withholding the solution to this problem.
Yeah, that's the only reason that we are still here, because they were like, just put it out.
Newspapers declared threats of glitches resulting in nuclear war, economic crisis.
Oh, no. That's it? The only 2?
And a shortage of food and supplies.
Oh, no. All because the computers couldn't count from 1999 to 2000.
No, just 99.
Well, yeah.
00.
No, but I'm saying, like, they couldn't figure it out.
Information overload.
Could you imagine though if the world just shut down in 2000?
That'd be crazy.
Like, what do you think the world would look like now? Would it be? You watched The Last of Us, right?
Like if this was
Did you watch
true?
The Last of Us?
Of course I did.
Right. You know how everything's all. I hate when you say that. Right.
Right.
But you know how everything's like overgrown and like any type of those shows. Like, is that how you think it would be? Do you think we would have like recreated society? Because I feel like a lot of those like shows like that or movies, apocalyptic movies, everyone just kind of gives up. And they're just like, we got to make do.
I feel like in 2000, if we just lost all of our technology, we had enough boomers that were young enough that didn't have technology.
Yeah.
That would.
Right. That's like what I'm thinking about. It's like in 2000, computers and technology and stuff was still relatively new. Mm-hmm. How quickly do you think they could have just did it again?
A couple years.
You know, like a lot less time than the first time for sure.
Yeah.
Because all the people, hypothetically, all the people who were making those things were still around.
Right.
So if everything just shut down and the world turned off, could we have just started over?
Sure. I think so.
We knew electricity.
Now?
No, we'd be fighting over who's got more power in this place, in that place.
Okay.
I had a hiccup.
I thought you were getting a little emotional.
No, I had a hiccup. No, but yeah, nowadays
you don't gotta cry.
I don't know how to make a fucking computer.
All right. Clearly, this catastrophic event never happened. By the time the date neared, most people had lost belief in the panic. Polls show that while 34% of Americans anticipated problems from Y2K in 1998, the number had dropped to 3% by 1999.
So by this time, everyone was just like, meh.
You know what? Suck my ass. They said.
It can go from 99 to 00.
All right. The last two, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The 2012 Maya apocalypse.
It would have been really
says
fun.
Maya, but I think they mean Mayan.
It would have been really funny if you started that out with the 2012 movie starring John Cusack, which came out in like 2014.
This end of the world conspiracy was all the rage when I was in college. Who are you?
Who are we? We are BJ.
They keep saying Maya.
Okay.
Mayan predictions are definitely sexier than scientific
This
mistakes.
took a turn. This article changed its whole outlook. And
who are you? Kelsey Christine McConnell.
Oh, I know them.
In the lineup. The article called the lineup. Right?
The Mayans.
Okay. Way sexier than scientific mistakes.
Yep.
But where did this looming sense of doom come from?
Can I make a guess?
Sure.
The guy who makes the calendars in the Mayan
got tired.
Yeah. He took a break.
And then he died.
And he had no son.
I'm going to take a break.
I'm just going to call it a day. My chest. No, he got chosen.
It hurts.
He got chosen as the sacrifice that week. He's like, I didn't.
Oklahoma?
The Oklahomies, dude. It's like, I haven't taught my son how to make calendars yet.
All right. The Mayan long count calendar started way back in 3114 BC.
Ooh.
And spanned a period of time longer than 5,000 years. The end of the Great Cycle recorded by the Mayan was December 21st, 2012. But rather than
You're good.
Rather than intuition that this end meant the beginning of a new cycle, many believe that this meant life as we knew it would be over. Speculation ran wild about how the world would end, including everything from a massive tidal wave to planetary collision.
Could you imagine? What planet would you think would be the most fun to collide into? Like Jupiter?
Mars.
Uranus.
Why was that so funny?
Because we're children at heart.
All right, we got to get to this last one. We're running out of time.
Is it the Isaac Newton one?
Yep.
Nice. Tell me about it.
Did you see it?
I had a prediction.
Right.
I had an apocalyptic prediction about an apocalyptic prediction.
Isaac Newton's 2060 prediction.
That's not too far away.
Yeah.
Did you have a hiccup?
Yeah. It sure is nice that the world didn't end all those other times, huh?
Yeah, super nice.
But don't get too comfortable.
Oh.
Back in 1704, Isaac Newton predicted that the world would come to an end in 2060. A prediction from one of the most influential mathematicians and physicists of all time.
Yeah, and see,
it's pretty hard to dismiss right off the bat.
That's what I was thinking, though. Is like all these other people, Johans and innocent popes. We don't know their names.
Johannes.
Yeah, we don't know their names off the top of our heads, right?
Right.
Also, that's a solid joke for Isaac Newton, who discovered gravity off the top of his head. But like most of us know Isaac Newton, right?
Right.
Like, he's a reputable source, if I do say so myself.
He created gravity.
No, he did not.
He invented gravity.
No, that's incorrect. But continue your story, please. We have a couple minutes left.
However, while he was a great scientific mind, Newton also dabbled in biblical prophecy and occult beliefs.
The dark arts.
He dabbled in the dark arts. You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
I'm a what?
You're a Newton.
A coexistence of reason of more magical thinking was not wholly uncommon during Newton's period, but even then he stood out as a particularly paradoxical man.
Is that the end?
No.
Oh.
Through a series of exhaustive and bizarre calculations using the book of Daniel, he actually came up with several varying dates of the end of life as we know it. But 2060 has risen as the most popular. Tell me what is going to happen. Of course, Newton wasn't predicting the end of the world in a destructive sense. Like many other religious minds, he believed that this time that Christ would return to reign and set up his eternal kingdom. While this isn't exactly something that can be disproved, there's nothing to suggest it has more validity.
Yeah.
Validity. Jesus. Validity.
It's late, dude. I don't blame you.
Than the predictions of the past. What do you think? When is the world going to end? Never.
Tomorrow.
Right now, if I don't get out of this fucking room, dude.
I like how this whole time we've just seemed kind of mad at each other, and then you stop. You do that. You say that. If I don't get out of this fucking room. Some of these are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. It's crazy how many times people are just like, "Hey, did you hear this? The world's gonna end in 3 years."
Yeah.
And then it doesn't.
Right. So before we go,
Uh-huh.
I do want to read. I'm not going to get into it, but I want to read the pinpoints of the 4 most popular apocalyptic theories of people today.
Should we save that for a small part 2? Because I feel like that'll be really fun.
Think so?
Yeah, let's save it for a little baby part 2 next the following week.
All right.
So next week on the episode, we're gonna talk about present day
apocalyptic theories.
God, we haven't done a part 2 in a long time.
P2.
Do you have any apocalyptic theories, or do you want to save those for the next episode?
We're gonna save them.
We're gonna save them all.
Save them.
So what you should do right now, though, listeners, friends,
is
BJ
go ahead and take out your phones. BJ in the mornings?
I don't know. I was just trying to think.
Morningins?
Morningwoods?
Johannes.
All the Johannes out there, especially the Johannes.
Take out your phones.
Open
it. Use that face lock.
Or the thumbprint.
Face ID.
Or the passcode. Or the swipe thing on Androids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And go ahead and open up TikTok and
Instagram.
And start typing in the search bar, BJ in the morning _. And go ahead and click that follow button.
Hit that follow button. Like all the videos that you see.
Like all of them. Go back to the first one. Like every single one.
Comment on one of them. I came from the apocalyptic episode. And we'll like that comment. I can't offer anything else right now.
And
after you do that,
go ahead and close out Instagram and TikTok.
But then open
YouTube. And hit the search bar, dude.
Hit the search bar again, and you're gonna type in BJ
in the morning podcast.
I got it right this time.
You're gonna hit
subscribe,
and
the bell,
and then
like the video,
and like all the videos, and comment on all the videos,
at least one of them,
and
this is going on way too long.
Hit us up.
Like and subscribe. Follow us if you're listening on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. And drop us a follow.
Thank you for keeping us going past 30 episodes.
You got an extra 10 minutes of podcast for episode 30. We're going way over time, longer than we usually go. We haven't had a long episode like this since the Marvel episodes that no one listened to.
But thank you.
Thanks for being here. We really appreciate every single one of you.
So long, good evening, and good night.
That wasn't remotely close to right, but you want to try again?
Good evening.
Good afternoon. Good
evening. Good afternoon. Good evening, and good night.
We're not actually mad at each other.
No.
Just love you, man. Forgot Echo was in here.
Is she still in there?
She's still in here. But thanks so much for listening. We will talk to you next time.